Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've done this really festive, Christmassy look, perfect to wear to any Christmas parties you have, or to your family's Christmas, or to an interview. I mean, I'm not judging. It's the perfect look if you're looking to incorporate some color into your look other than just gold or silver like is usually done. I know this isn't necessarily wearable for everyone, and I do intend on doing a more wearable Christmassy holiday party look soon. I really like the way it turned out. I think the contrast between the cranberry red and the foresty green is just really, really pretty. And yeah. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hi guys! So I'm just going to go ahead and start off by taking my Milani eyeshadow primer and priming my lids with this. And I'm just blending this in with my finger. Doesn't necessarily matter which one you use, but I'm using this one right here from the Morphe x Kathleen Lights palette. So then I'm going to start out by taking this kind of mustardy brown shade right here. And this, I'm really not good at describing these, just this one and this one right here. The ones I am taking on a fluffy brush. This is not the right brush. On a big fluffy brush like this. This is the Morphe M441, in case you're curious. And I'm just going to be running this through my crease. So then I'm going to be going in with this more mauve-y shade right here, and blending that through my crease in the same area. And I'm going to be taking this more kind of cranberry shade, and I'm still using the Morphe x Kathleen Lights palette. Forgot to mention that. I know it's sold out right now, but I believe they're supposed to bring it back. And I'm just going to be running this shade a little deeper into my crease, just to deepen it up and get some reds in there, if that makes any sense at all. Then I'm going to be taking this deeper red shade from the Morphe, the little palette, the Elena Gant one, which I don't think this one is available anymore either. So that kind of sucks, but just any kind of red, any kind of like darker red color, kind of like this, will do. And I'm just going to be using this to deepen it up a little bit more. It seems a little bit more purple, and I want it to be a little bit more red. Okay, so that one still isn't quite doing it for me. So I'm just going to be taking some of this shimmery red in the palette. So I want this to be a little bit more Christmassy red, and this is kind of more of like a purpley red. So I'm going to be taking these two transition shades that we started off with. Going to be blending that out along the top, make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. So then I'm going to be taking this more mauve transition color shade, whatever, and I'm going to be going over that same area up here just to get some different colors up there. So now I'm going to be taking this more foresty green right here, and I'm just going to be packing that onto my lid space. I'm going to be using my finger to do that. Sometimes your fingers are your best tool, especially for like shimmery shades and stuff. I love using my finger for it. It just comes off a lot more pigmented and metallic. So then from there I'm going to be taking a brush. This is the Morphe E14, which I don't think is available anymore either. I suck today. But just any brush, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using this to get it a little bit more precise up where like the crease starts, because my finger can't really get in there, you know. Got fat fingers. So then I'm going to be taking this brighter green and I'm going to be packing that over the olive green on the eyes with my finger. And the reason I'm putting this shade over the top of the dark green instead of just putting this shade on is because this is a really bright color and this just kind of tones it down a little bit more, and I like the color that it makes when you put it over the darker green. But if you wanted to, you could just put this straight on your lid. And then I'm just going to be taking that and using a brush again to get it more precise into the crease. So now I'm going to be taking my Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and on an Eco Tools angled liner brush, I'm going to be drawing a wing. Then I probably should have done this before my wings, but oh well. I'm just going to be taking this deeper shade again, and also the more red shade in this palette. I'm just going back over it because it kind of got lost a little bit with the green. So then I'm going to be taking my Ico London liquid liner, and I'm just going to be going back over my wing a little bit because I want it to be a little bit more darker because I'm just so extra. And then for primer today, I'm using the Benefit Professional primer. And I'm just going to be smoothing this over my pores and through the T-zone. And then I'm going to be using the This Works In Transit Camera Close-Up Mask Primer Moisturizer. And I've been using this a lot more lately since it's winter and my skin's been a lot more drier. This just helps a lot. I use a moisturizer already, but sometimes I need just a little bit more something, and this really helps. It really just feels like a lotion, and it feels really good on my drier skin. So then I'm just going to be concealing a little bit using my NYX color correcting concealer. I'm just going to use the skin tone one, and I'm also going to use this peachy one underneath my eyes. I'm going to be taking my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm in the shade, where's that? Oh, I'm in the shade Fair Sand. I've been really liking this foundation lately. It's been my go-to like the past couple weeks. I try to use other foundations, but I just can't get myself to. I'm really obsessed with this one right now. I've really been liking it with a brush. I've been using the Morphe M439. And then after I get it all onto my face, I usually go over it with a beauty blender, particularly over my nose, because foundation does not like to stick to my nose if I'm using a brush. I'm going to be taking my Real Technique sponge and putting a little bit more foundation on my nose. I'm just going to be going over the rest of my foundation and making sure it's not streaky at all. I'm not using any additional product for this. I'm just making sure it's all looking good and natural. So next I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to start off by putting this on my forehead and kind of in between my brows. And I'm just going to blend that in with the Real Technique sponge really quick. Brows are done. So then I'm going to be going back in with the concealer, and now I'm going to be going underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to take this down, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and my chin. And I'm also going to be going back over a few trouble spots and concealing. I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my sponge. So now I'm going to be taking my RCMA No Color Powder, placing this under my eyes using my my damp Real Technique sponge. I'm using a damp sponge for this whole thing, by the way. And I'm also going to set all the places where I put concealer this way. But for the rest of my face, I'm just going to set it using a big fluffy brush and just kind of dust it over very lightly. You don't want to go too hard when you do this because you can start to move your foundation around. And then I'm going to be going back to the eyes, and I'm going to be lining my waterline using that Maybelline gel liner again. I just feel like this comes out a lot better than using a pencil on the waterline because most pencils don't really show up very well, particularly on my waterline. Usually a pencil works just fine on my, what do you call this top thing. Tight lining. Yeah, a pencil usually works just fine for tight lining on my eyes. So then I'm just going to be taking my NYX Treasure Lee pencil in Pitch Black, and I'm going to be tight lining with this. So then on my Morphe M432, I'm going to be taking this dark red shade right here, and I'm going to be running this through my lash line, starting to kind of smoke it out a little bit. I'm going to be taking this shimmery red from the Morphe Elegant palette, and I'm just going to be running that over the same area. So then on this Scone smudger brush, I'm going to be taking the two original transition colors we used, this one and this one. And I'm just going to be blending out any harshness. I'm going to be taking this more mauve shade and running that through there as well. This brush is so harsh. I feel like my eyes are going to start bleeding or something. That wouldn't be too attractive. I'm going to be taking that bone colored shade again. I'm going to be setting my brow bone, highlighting. I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone with this. Then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be taking this shimmery white shade. I'm going to be curling my lashes really quick. I'm going to coat my lashes with mascara. I hate when it feels like you know that something is poking you in the eye somewhere, but you can't figure out where. And then I'm going to be popping on some lashes. I'm going to be using my Ardell Wispies, like usual. I'm going to coat my lower lashes now with some mascara. Okay, eyes are done. This is what it looks like so far. I'm going to be using my NYX contour palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here to contour with. And I'm using my Me brush. I can't remember what. I'll have it linked down below, but this is the one that I got in my Ipsy a couple months ago, and I've been obsessed with this brush for contouring. It is just so good. It gets right in there, but it's also nice and fluffy, so it can blend it out. Then I'm going to be bronzing up the skin with my one and only, my Bombshell bronzer. I'm going to be going back into this contour shade really quick and contouring my nose because I forgot to do that. And for blush, I'm going to be taking my NYX Amber Lights. I'm just going to be popping this onto my cheeks. But you don't really need too much because this product is very pigmented. And this blush is just so pretty for the fall and winter, especially winter. So I might have gone a tad bit overboard, but I can fix that. Going back into this NYX contour palette and picking up the matte white shade, I'm just going to be brightening up underneath my eyes, cleaning up the center of my forehead. And then because I went a little overboard on that blush, I'm going to be taking some of this white powder and just going over it, and it really helps tone it down. You can do this with a contour, a bronzer, whatever. Going back in with my big, what is this, e.l.f. Professional Total Face Brush, and I'm just going to be making sure everything is blended nicely. So now it's time for highlighting, which is the best part, I think. I'm going to be taking Nightlight in the Kathleen Lights Times Makeup Geek collaboration. I'm just going to be popping this up on my cheekbones. And down the center of my nose. Highlight mustache. A little bit on my chin. I'm going to be mixing it with the highlighter from the NYX contour palette, this one right here. So I'm going to start out by priming my lips. I'm going to be using Rose Salve. A friend of mine actually turned me on to this, and I'm so grateful for it. This stuff smells amazing, and it is just great. It's better than any lip balm I've ever used. You can use this on your elbows. You can use it on your knees, you can use it wherever. I use it on my hands quite a lot. My hands get very chapped during the winter, so I'm just going to be spraying this on my lips. So these two is what it's down to. Why is this so hard? I think I'm going to go with the NYX Cherry Skies. Please ignore the red lipstick that is smeared all over my lips. I couldn't decide, so I had to put them both on my lip and see. So here's the finished look. I really hope you guys liked it. I really like the way it turned out. I think it is really pretty, and I would definitely wear this to a Christmas party or wherever. There will be a full list of the products I used today in the down bar. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Really bright, I don't know, green. What it looks like.